Hey everyone, today we're diving into the story of a true global icon, Virat Kohli. And listen, this isn't just going to be about cricket stats and breaking records. No, this is a story about resilience, about character, and about what it really takes to become a legend.
So let's just start with a big question, right? What truly defines a champion? Is it just raw talent? Or maybe the number of trophies they've got sitting on a shelf? Or is it something deeper? Something that gets forged in the absolute toughest moments of life? Just, keep that in the back of your mind as we go through this. For Virat Kohli, the answer to that question was pretty much sealed by one single life-changing event. I mean, this quote right here. It says it all. It points to a moment of just unbelievable strength that would go on to define everything that came after.
Okay, and that brings us to our first part. We're going to go back to a day that tested an 18-year-old kid in a way that, frankly, most of us just can't even imagine. This is where the legend of Kohli really starts.
So the year is 2006. Virat is playing in a massive domestic tournament for his state, Delhi. He's just this 18-year-old kid, with a huge future ahead of him. But then, overnight, his entire world just collapses. He gets the news that his father has passed away. And what does he do? Well, he makes the incredible choice to go back to the stadium the very next morning and keep batting for his team.
And he doesn't just show up. He goes out there and scores 90 runs. Look, that number is so much more than just a score. Those 90 runs literally saved his team from losing the match. While carrying the heaviest emotional burden you can think of, he made a statement to the world. This is who I am.
And that moment, it became the foundation of his entire reputation. Seriously, more than any century or trophy he'd win later, people still point to this act of courage as the ultimate example of his unbelievable mental strength.
Now, to really get why he made that choice, we need to understand the person he had just lost. See, his decision wasn't just about professional duty, it was really a tribute to the man who built his dream right alongside him.
Virat was just a boy from Delhi, and from a really young age, he was completely obsessed with cricket. And the person who nurtured that obsession? His father. He was the one taking him to practice every single day, becoming the bedrock of his son's dream. So that immense personal tragedy didn't break him, it forged him. You can actually see his professional rise as a direct result of the resilience he showed that day. He was, quite literally, forged in fire. And it didn't take long. Just 2 years later, in 2008, the entire world started to take notice. He captained the Indian team to victory in the Under-19 Cricket World Cup, and just like that, a major new talent had arrived on the global stage.
And right from the very beginning of his international career, one thing was crystal clear. It wasn't just his skill, it was his attitude. His aggressive, in-your-face style of batting was so different from the players who came before him. It was passionate, it was relentless, and man, it set him apart.
So this incredible combination of mental toughness and aggressive talent, it kicked off an era of just pure dominance, an era that earned him a nickname that couldn't be more fitting, King Kohli. The numbers from his reign are just staggering. We're talking over 70 centuries in international cricket. He hit the #1 ranking in all 3 formats of the game, the 5-day test matches, the 1-day games, and the fast T20s. And on top of all that, he became India's most successful test captain ever.
But beyond all the stats, he was known for a very specific, high-pressure skill. He became the undisputed chase master. What does that mean? Well, when his team was batting second, chasing a target to win a match under insane pressure, there was simply no one better in the world. He didn't just deal with the pressure, he absolutely thrived on it.
But his impact, his whole legacy, it goes so much farther than the cricket field. The crown he wears is symbolic of something way bigger than just being an amazing sportsman.
This duality really defines who he is today. On the field, he's an undeniable cricketing legend. But off the field, he's completely transformed himself into a massive global brand, someone recognized all over the planet.
And to put a number on that brand value, his net worth is estimated in the hundreds of crores, which translates to well over $100 million. And that fortune, it's not just from his cricket salary. It's built on huge endorsements and his own very successful fashion line.
At the end of the day, Virat Kohli's journey isn't just for cricket fans. It's really a universal story. It teaches a pretty simple but powerful lesson. With unwavering dedication and that deep-down passion, anyone can rise to the very top of their game.
Which brings us right back to where we started. We've seen the tragedy, the triumph, the whole legacy. So I'll just leave you with this thought. If enduring the ultimate test of character is what defines a champion, then what truly makes a king?